What's happening, people? Thanks as always for passing by the channel, much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to like and share the video. Big shout out and a thank you to everyone who's been doing that so far. I'm actually recording on my new phone, so it might be a bit wider video or something like that today. I am so bloody tired from work, that's why I've got tea here. Having a brew to keep us going. Alright, so heavyweight boxing is back once again, and hopefully it continues some amazing fights. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3. This is a trilogy fight which in some ways didn't need to happen, to be honest, because I felt Tyson Fury won the first fight, but was robbed because of the judges, and he won the second fight so convincingly and so dominating that there really wasn't any need for a third. I just wanted to see Fury versus AJ, to be honest. But Wilder and his team won some legal battle, and it was like, the WBC were forced to make it, and AJ had to then fight Usyk, and we know how that turned out. So here we are basically. So the last fight took place. This is mad. Last fight took place 20 months ago, which seems absolutely insane, considering it doesn't even feel like that long ago to me. And it's also because we've not seen either of them in the ring since then. After this fight, unlike the last fight where we saw Fury face Schwartz and Volin, Wilder face Brazil and Luis Ortiz. I have to be honest, I wasn't a fan of this fight initially when it came out, because I've seen it before. I've seen it twice before, in fact. Plus, at the time, obviously, there's a lot of talk about Fury and AJ, and that was very close to getting done. Looks like we're going to be waiting for that for a long time. But as of now, today, I'm fully invested, 100%. Cannot wait to see it again. Because at the end of the day, this is heavyweight boxing and anything can happen. You never know. It's very hard to predict. There's not necessarily a clear winner. I mean, yeah, people have their picks and their favourites, but there's still a very hard one to predict. Wilder looks determined and focused. He's less boisterous and he's more relaxed. He's confident. He's been very quiet in the press conferences. Wilder, he's not really saying much. And Tyson Fury's just being Tyson Fury. It's the Tyson Fury show. I mean, he's taking centre stage. He's relaxed. He's, kind of swaggering around. He's confident. He's giving it to Wilder. He's winding him up. With the whole excuses and allegations of cheating that Wilder came out with last time after the second fight, Wilder's actually been really quiet when it comes to, those excuses that he made about the Glovegate thing and all that. I thought he'd be giving it to Fury, but the thing is, he doesn't seem to believe him, Fury made a good point about how he's kept the same guy who checked his gloves and stuff, but Fury has got so much ammunition to attack Wilder verbally with. Wilder just seems a bit out of his depth. So when it comes to the fight, to be honest, I do expect Wilder to be more aggressive in this one. I think he's going to attack Fury a little bit. He won't try and sit back and outbox Fury because, not like what we saw AJ do against Usyk. You don't want to try and outbox a boxer, right? Because that ain't gonna. We've seen that in the first fight, how that ended. I think Wilder might try and go at the body a bit because he's never really done that. We've seen some of the clips of him doing pad work that he's trying to do some more body work. I mean, Wilder is just Wilder at this point. He's conventional. He's a one-trick pony. Although that one trick is a very, very powerful and useful one, and it's that right hand, which we all know. But I do wonder how many if he can make enough changes, because he's not looked good in it's not just the Fury fight. He's not good. You look at the fight versus Luis Ortiz. He looked awful. You look at the fight against Brazil. He didn't look great. It was just one punch. So he will have had to change a lot to try and get any result over Fury. With Fury, I think it will depend on which version of Fury turns up. That's what makes him so hard to prepare for. He's so unpredictable. The first fight, he came in lighter after shedding all that weight. He moved around the ring, outboxing. Second fight, he came in heavy. He came forward aggressively, put the pressure on him immediately, and was just landing bombs. He's been quiet about revealing any of these game plans. So I think he will come in a similar weight to last time. I think he'll try and stay heavy, and he knows Wilder won't try and outbox him. And I think this could turn into a bit of a phone booth fight, to be honest. Wilder will be out for revenge, and that's what Fury needs to prepare for. But at the same time, Fury has felt that power from Wilder and taken it, so the fear factor is kind of not there anymore. So despite his coldness in these press conferences, Fury kind of knows what he's going up against. So I think it'll be a great fight. As I said, this is heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen, and fights are often unpredictable. We've seen that with many people getting the upset of AJ Usyk the other week. I am favouring Fury to win because he won the first fight and he won the second fight. And don't say the first fight was a draw, because it wasn't a draw. I think Fury has got more tools in his bag. He can make adjustments. He has multiple styles. He can even, he can switch to southpaw if he likes, which is really, really good. I just feel he's the more complete boxer, so I'm going Fury to win either on points or a late stoppage, maybe round 8 or 9. Much like my last prediction though, I'm not sleeping entirely on Wilder. I think he can win on points, but he could potentially get a knockout, which is always, because he's got that knockout power, it's always going to be there. So I'd say I'm about 70-30 in favour of Fury, much like I was in the last fight. So I'm going Fury to beat Wilder. Then the WBC have said the winner of this fight will face the winner of Dylan White Otto Volin, which is happening at the end of the month. I'll be talking about that before that happens. And also, this has just got a good card. Like, if you look at the undercard, it's got F.A. Jagba versus Francis Sanchez, a very good fight. And then Helenius versus Kaunaki, another good fight. So it's going to be a good night of boxing. Also, there's Matchroom's card in Liverpool, which I'm also going to try and catch before I finish work. The main event being Liam Smith versus Anthony Fowler. I'm going Smithy to win that one. I just think his experience will help him win the fight. I think he's got a bit more in the arsenal than Fowler. So we've got a really good weekend of boxing ahead of us. Like, there's great fights all over the weekend. There's great fights coming over the next month. So it's going to be a good one. I hope you guys enjoy them too, and I will see you all soon. Peace.